Federal acquisition policy changes constantly. DocScout uses automation and artificial intelligence to make that process faster, easier, and more reliable. It's a commercial product in production since 2017, supporting the IRS for 9 years and CBP for 3 years. It runs as software as a service on FedRAMP authorized AWS GovCloud, is Section 508 compliant, and is a commercial service as defined in 41 USC 103A. Traditional clause selection tools require the user to work through extensive questionnaires with dozens of esoteric questions to determine what clauses apply. In DocScout, the user answers just 6 basic questions and uploads the procurement documents. It then reads and interprets those documents using more than 100 classifiers to identify characteristics of the acquisition. From that analysis, it determines which clauses and provisions apply. DocScout identifies required clauses that are missing, clauses that should not be included, outdated or corruptive clause language, and incomplete fill-ins. It then provides a detailed report showing the corrections that should be considered. This dual capability, determining what belongs in an acquisition and inspecting what is already there, allows the same technology to support document creation, peer review, and compliance audits. Another key innovation is DocScout's AI-powered Policy Advisor. Unlike general-purpose AI tools, the Policy Advisor is purpose-built for federal procurement and grounded in authoritative policy sources, including the revolutionary FAR overhaul. DocScout monitors any configured authoritative sources and updates itself nightly. And because Policy Advisor receives the resulting inspection data, it can explain not just what the compliance issue is, but why a requirement applies to that specific acquisition. The Policy Advisor is also provided as a standalone feature, so you can turn it on even when you don't need to inspect a document. DocScout's strategic dashboard turns inspection results into management intelligence. Leadership can identify which clauses fail most often, which teams need support, and whether compliance is improving. At the IRS, the client has estimated 6 hours of savings per contract action using DocScout, providing a cumulative observed savings of $4.3 million with a positive ROI of 137%. DocScout directly addresses 3 of the strategic focus areas: solicitation and contract creation. It selects and validates the FAR, HSAR, and component clauses for a given acquisition. Acquisition policy implementation. When policy changes, the tool changes overnight and measures how the workforce adapts. Acquisition systems modernization. Cloud native, API accessible, working standalone or integrated with the contract writing system. DocScout brings several important differentiators to DHS. First, proven federal experience. DocScout brings 9 years of operational experience and demonstrated results in federal acquisition environments. Additionally, behind DocScout, Percent and Abeyon have decades of broader experience in areas such as applying AI to complex federal missions and building cybersecurity solutions. Second, document-driven automation. Instead of requiring users to navigate lengthy applicability questionnaires, DocScout reads and interprets the procurement documents themselves. Third, it's a dual-use tool. Run it on a bare statement of work to generate a clause set, or run it on a finished contract for auditing and verification, drafting, peer review, and oversight from a single engine. Fourth, continuously updated policy. DocScout monitors official policy sources nightly, helping both its clause inspection capabilities and AI guidance remain aligned with current requirements. Fifth, AI enabled. DocScout provides AI-driven guidance from only the latest authoritative policy sources. Sixth, organizational intelligence. DocScout turns individual inspections into aggregated compliance and usage data that leaders can use to identify trends, measure performance, and make informed management decisions. DocScout is a proven commercial solution built specifically to help acquisition professionals determine what belongs in a contract, find what's wrong, understand why, and correct issues using current policy, while giving leadership measurable insights into compliance and performance.